As many people may know, Theodore Roosevelt was a very interesting man. In saying this, he has done many things for our country and is looked at in my eyes as one of the best presidents this country has ever had. As you may know, Roosevelt was the 26th President of the United States and has accomplished many things as a president. According to the website whitehouse.gov, Roosevelt became the youngest president in the United States history at the age of 46 when President McKinley was assassinated. Also during his presidency, according to the website theodoreroosevelt.com, Roosevelt had created national parks, began the construction of the Panama Canal, and won the Nobel Peace Prize. Even though these are only a few things Theodore has done during his presidency, it is not the main focus I wish to inform you about today. Theodore Roosevelt was a very interesting man, and I would like to inform you of 3 different things you may not know about him. Let me first start by informing you of the history of the teddy bear. According to the website theodoreroosevelt.org, the story of how the teddy bear all came about happened to be through a fixed bear hunt for Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt enjoyed hunting very much and took a lot of pride in animals. After 3 days had gone by and the president had still yet to kill a bear, the guides on the hunt and their dogs found a bear, weakened it, and tied it to a tree for the president to shoot. When the president was asked to shoot the bear, he said no. No one would do this for sport. It would not be right. A political cartoonist heard of the story and decided to draw a cartoon. Here's a picture of that cartoon. As you can see, the teddy bear, which is tied to the right, is in there, and Theodore Roosevelt is choosing not to shoot it. After seeing this cartoon, a shopkeeper with the name of Morris Mictum had an idea. He created the couple stuffed bears and asked permission from President Roosevelt to call these bears Teddy's Bears. The president said yes, and the name of the teddy bear has lived on to this day. Now that I have informed you on the story of how the teddy bear was created and shared with you President Roosevelt's enjoyment for animals and hunting, I would like to talk about his African safari. Shortly after the end of Roosevelt's presidency, he left for Africa for a safari. Roosevelt's party, which included his son Kermit, hunted for specimens for the Smithsonian Institution and for the American Museum of Natural History in New York. According to Theodore Roosevelt's website, Roosevelt and his companions killed or trapped over 11,397 animals, from insects and moles to hippopotamuses and elephants. These included 512 big game animals, including 6 rare white rhinos. The expedition consumed 262 of the animals. Tons of salted animals and their skins were shipped to Washington. The quantity was so large that it took years to mount them all, and the Smithsonian was able to share many duplicate animals with other museums. Here's a complete list of all the game that was trapped or killed on the safari. Now that I have shared President Roosevelt's interest in hunting and informed you of the African safari he had partaken in, I would like to share a story that shows the character of President Roosevelt. On the day of October 14, 1912, Theodore Roosevelt had plans to give a speech in Milwaukee. An hour or so before he was to give his speech, he was shot in the chest in front of his hotel. The man that shot him was tackled and quickly disarmed, leaving Roosevelt in somewhat of a shock. According to HistoryBuff.com, the manuscript of his speech had done much to save his life. When he had come upon the platform at the auditorium, he drew the manuscript from his vest pocket. During his first few words, the torn sheets of paper showing many stains of blood showed also that the bullet had gone through the manuscript. "You see," cried the colonel, holding up the manuscript so that the audience could see the bullet hole through the sheets of paper. "It takes more than that to kill a bull moose." As one could see, Theodore Roosevelt was a very strong-hearted man, and even though he was shot, still stood there and gave his speech. Even though many people can look at Theodore Roosevelt as the 26th president and the things he has accomplished as a president, it is important to still know what type of person he was and what his interests were. As you can see, he was a strong, adventurous human being and contributed in many different types of things like the teddy bear and doing scientific research for museums. I've only shared with you a few things that President Roosevelt has done and only a few of his stories. He is a very interesting man and has many great adventures. I would now like to leave you with a picture of President Roosevelt and something that he has once stated. "Great thoughts speak only to the thoughtful mind, but great actions speak to all mankind." Thank you.